I'm going to tell you how to make up a rule on the MEE and still get a passing score. You read the facts. You create the ideal, perfect scenario. You are the Supreme Court Justice in a court of one. I would like to introduce you to the concept of conjunctive easements. Before you panic, there is no such thing as a conjunctive easement. It's a rule I made up for the bar exam because I couldn't read properly. And by this, I mean I literally missed the call of the question, the issue statement, because panic. But I digress. When you create a rule for the bar exam on the MEE, you need to create the perfect rule. And you need to act like you're an idiot if you don't know what this rule is. Like, it is one of the most famous things that the Supreme Court has ever done. Like, you write with that level of delusion, and you apply that rule that you've made to every single fact. It is unquestionable that this is the rule. Like Mike Sims talks about this in Barbary and you think it's total bullshit. I'm here telling you it is not bullshit. Why? Because I not only did it once, I did it twice on my bar exam. Since I have shared this story for multiple years, I have had people tell me they made up 4 rules on the bar exam and got 4s or better on all of them because you write with absolute delusion. There is nothing in your life that you have known more than your made-up rule on the bar exam. So how do you do it? In my situation, it was a farmer. He had a piece of land. He sold it. He was blockade. Like, he could go this way, but to get to the freeway to go around to like the town. But if he could just go straight across the land that he used to own, then he could get to town in a second. And I was pretty sure the question was asking about an easement. Note to self, it was actually asking if he had an implied easement. So don't ask me where the conjunctive easement came from. But it came. It was birthed. Became reality in that moment. Why did I call it conjunctive easement? Because I needed that land to be conjoined. I needed it to be jointed. I needed it to be together. So I wrote about conjunctive easements, about how this man had a conjunctive easement, and how he must and was required by law, by the Supreme Court. It was held as a truth to the land. Such an effect that it could never be overruled. This is, 2021. And I applied that rule to every single fact, every single thing about why this farmer had the absolute 100% right to travel down that road because of the conjunctive easement that he was granted. I wrote with absolute certainty. I gave an issue statement. I gave a rule. I think I even adopted Mike Sims' philosophy, and I was like, as the Supreme Court has ruled and decided, Farmer X is entitled to a conjunctive easement on his property because he made up fact. And then I just dove in. There was no second guessing it. It was fact. It was rule of the land of Stephanie and the world of Barbary and where this exam lived. If you take that rule, that made up rule, and you show that you can write, you apply it to all the facts, you do the analysis, you come to a strong conclusion, you too can get a passing grade. And I would like for that to sink in that I got a 4 on that essay. And I know there were people who knew the rule who did worse than I did. Why? Because I followed strict IRACT. I used every single fact. I explained every legal concept, and it was absolute. It did not waver. It was absolute. And that is how you make up a rule.